Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Writer's Wardrobe. Today we have a very, very special episode. It's episode 10, and for the first time ever, I have someone on the podcast who is not a figment of my imagination. Allow me to introduce Jessaca Willis, who's meant to be here with her character Santiago.
Hello, everyone. So, about Santiago, he should be here shortly. I think he just wanted to fix his hair really fast. I told him, this is a podcast, and that no one would actually be able to see his unkempt hair, but you know how he is. Oh, I think here he is. Lou, whatever you do, whatever you think about his hair, don't insult it.
Right. That's a bit odd. What's odd? What did I miss?
Nothing. I was just saying that it's odd that we're in a wardrobe is all. Why don't you come over here and have a seat? We're just getting started. Loomis was just introducing us.
Santiago, a pleasure to meet you. I understand that you're awakened. Is that why you brought me here? To talk about this magia malvada? What does that mean?
It means evil magic, but the awakened aren't evil. Santiago is just still adapting to his new identity.
Sounds like you're not too fond of your abilities, Santiago. I don't know. How would you like to experience everyone's feelings with no way to turn it off, knowing that their pain causes you harm? Does that sound like a good ability? Well, no, that sounds awful. Who would come up with an idea like that?
Hey, sometimes the story just has a life of its own.
Is that what you were hoping would happen to your story, Loomis? That it'll just write itself? Speaking of magic, Jessica, Santiago, I'd like you to meet my wizard, Applejack.
It's great to meet you, Applejack. I'm a huge fan.
Did you say wizard? As in mon magio? Yes, I thought the two of you might get along. Nice to see you speaking to an actual human being for once, Loomis. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Santiago.
Oh, come on, Santiago. At least say hi to the man. I mean, wizard. He's being nice.
No, I have no interest in meeting more of these people with powers.
It's not just powers like in your world. Jack here is a real wizard.
So you could cure me? Can you do that? I could, but it wouldn't go down the way you think. I'm not one to step on another author's creation anyway.
Thank you. That would have changed the whole story.
Fine. I guess I'll just suffer for your precious book. It's whatever. I wouldn't trust a wizard to use magic on me anyways. I'll figure it out somehow.
Before you spoil anything, let's let the readers do what they do. Read.
Speaking of reading, your new book, the one Santiago stars in, just released.
Yes, it came out last Wednesday. It's called Blood Awakens. Sorry, I can't seem to say that title without using my dramatic movie voice. Anyways, it's the first of 4 in the series.
Blood Awakens. That is a fantastic title. How long were you working on the novel?
Oh boy, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I've been working on it for 5 years. I know, it seems like a long time.
A long time, she says. Loomis has been writing the same novel for near 20 years and he still hasn't finished. Yes, thank you for that, Jack. I guess the point he's getting at is that writing a novel is damned hard work, and I commend you on this incredible achievement.
Thank you.
Amazing what one can do when they sit down and actually write, isn't it, Loomis? Would you mind telling us a little about your book, please, Jessica?
Sure. Blood Awakens takes place after the Awakening, which is what society calls the day that supernatural powers began surfacing in people. First, it was just a few, then a few more, then others, until the world found itself divided, those who are awakened and those who are unawakened.
You can imagine what happened from there. I imagine the awakened took their rightful spot at the top of the food chain.
Not exactly. Long story short, the world fell into war, unawakened fighting awakened until they lost everything. Civilization as we know it crumbled. The world lost billions of people. But that's all backstory. Blood Awakens is about the people living in the new devastated world, learning to cope with their abilities, trying to stay safe from the terrors in the world, and most importantly, trying to reestablish community. Santiago here and his sister are on such a quest, trying to find answers to cure him of his powers before it's too late. And of course, they find more than they bargained for.
Wait, he has a sister? Why wasn't she invited to the show, Loomis? Trust me, I'm the better looking one. Not with that hair, you're not. What did you say?
Sit down, your hair's fine. And you better hope Graciela isn't listening. After all she's done for you.
Sorry.
Anyways, there are 2 other main characters too, Sean and Mara. But I'm afraid if I keep talking, I'll probably spoil the entire book. What I will add is that the main villain or villains of the book have the ability to control blood, which is one of the reasons the book is called Blood Awakens.
What's the other reason?
I guess you'll just have to read it to find out.
Santiago, do you have anything to add? I could add something. Jack, this episode is not for you. Go and sit in the corner. I'm starting to get the feeling this episode isn't about me either. Go ahead, Jessica. Just keep telling them about your book.
Oh, don't sulk, Santiago. It's really our book, and you benefit from people hearing about it just as much as I do. If no one reads it, then no one will ever know you exist.
You're right.
So, for those of you interested in learning more about Santiago, his sister, their quest, and the many different types of awakened people, grab yourself a copy of Blood Awakens on Amazon. It's available in ebook and paperback formats.
Did you tell them about the ridiculous spelling of your name?
Oh, right. Be sure to spell Jessica with an A instead of an I. That's Jessaca Willis.
Now, I haven't had a chance to read this novel yet, but I've read the prequel story, which was excellent, and I'm very excited to read this latest one. Thank you very much for coming down to the wardrobe, Jessica. It was great to have you here and to hear a bit about your new book.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for listening. This has been The Writer's Wardrobe.